And the speaker of this session is Dr. G. Mathili. Dr. G. Mathili is a Deputy Director since 2012 at the Staff Training and Research Institute, IGNOU, India. In the past, she has been an analyst at Staff Training and Research Institute of Distance Education, IGNOU, and programmer at Computer Division, IGNOU, computer instructor in RK Computers, Madurai. She has taught PG Diploma in e-learning through online Masters of Arts in Distance Education through ODL, coursework in MPhil and PhD in Distance Education at IGNOU, and MOOC on design and facilitation of e-learning courses through SWAYAM. She has presented conference papers, published research papers in referred journals, conducted and participated as a resource person in various workshops, training programs in India. Her area of interest are massive open online course MOOC, e-learning, online training, training and development, multimedia design and development, web design and development, OER and open source tools, staff development and program evaluation. On behalf of Sri Vaishnava Vidyapit Vishwavidyalaya, we welcome you, ma'am. Now I request Madam for her deliberation. Madam, please.
Thank you so much. I hope I am audible to you all.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
I think, yeah, so there is an internet flexibility. So I'll stop my video so that you can able to, able to clearly visible to. If any problem comes, I'll switch over the another computer. I hope this will be working fine. So thank you very much for inviting me on this wonderful training program. I have seen your brochure. It was well designed and you have organized very well. The topic also, the covering the latest topics, which is also included in the NEP 2020. And yeah, as all the teachers, we all know about that we are towards implementing the NEP 2020, because that's what our a new education policy come in. Then we have to incorporate certain, there is a little change in our teaching learning process. So in my slide, what I have included, how the technology enabled teaching learning and how we can engage our students. So I'll start with the definition and little bit background about the technology enabled learning, and then I'll come to the learner engagement, and also I will show you some of the tools where you can engage the learners also. So let me open my presentation. I hope my presentation is visible to all of you.
Yes, madam, it's visible.
Yeah. So let me. Okay, a little bit about my institution, as already Dr. Monica mentioned that one. But our institution, we mainly focusing on our training program now. The staff development, staff training and research institute of distance education. They also got the approval from the from UGC to conduct. Generally, we used to conduct a training program for the distance education institution as well as the dual mode institution and private institution. Whoever asks us to learn about the writing, mainly the self-learning material and other aspects. So recently we got the approval from the recognition from the UGC as an HRDC equivalent. So our whatever the training program we conduct, that is equivalent to the our staff, which can be used for our promotion and all the things. Earlier also we used to conduct refresher program and so on and so forth. Currently add on to our institution. So our institution, apart from the training program, we have a one master degree program. It's an MA in distance education, which is a master level program. Yeah. So we cover all the distance education aspect in that, particularly in that particular master's program. And is on, I also coordinating one course on technology enabled, sorry, educational communication technology in that particular MA in education program. So coming to the towards moving towards the digital or online learning, our department, that is a Stride, we developed one online program on PG diploma in e-learning. Since 2010 we offered, and it's a 4 or 5 years we have offered that program. After that, UGC asked us to hold on that program because they have come across, that there is a online regulation policies and the guidelines, online regulation guidelines, and they were coming up in the 2018. So we stopped from 2014, and for 5 years we waited for that, and we are reviving that program too, because that is a very good program. I must say that we got also gold medal for that, designing the pedagogy, how we can design. There is a different pedagogy we have used in that particular program. So what we have done it, we have not keep as it is like our department and myself. What we have done it, we have, when the SWAYAM coming, because in 2016 the SWAYAM came up in the existing, and they have started, the courses were offered in 2017. So in 2016, one of the courses of the PG diploma in e-learning, we have taken that program and converted into a SWAYAM course. That's what Dr. Monica mentioned in that, that is design and facilitation of e-learning courses. So that course is a 4 credit course. Right now it is, I think, 8th cycle I am offering that course. Since beginning, the day when the SWAYAM started, since beginning I'm offering that course. So there is a good experience when we are moving towards the national platform and you are using that, offering courses through the national platform. That was a good experience. Then after that, what I have done it, I have converted the one of the course which I mentioned, that is a educational communication technology. That also I have converted, and now it is on 4th cycle in MOOC, in the SWAYAM platform itself. And one more course is pipeline, that is a learner enhancing learning skill, that is a 2 credit course. Why I am mentioning is that um, these courses, whatever we are mentioning, we are offering through SWAYAM and offering through online courses. These all are have the UGC has mentioned the regulation. So one institution, any institution bound to that regulation, we have to we have to take it up as a teacher. I'm talking about the teachers thing. So we have to take it up, like how to convert it and how we can approach it. So I request Dr. Monica to circulate the SWAYAM guidelines 2016-17 online regulation, and also the online credit transfers, online credit system, and everything. Please kindly circulate to the teachers. One must keep with us, so that we can be move towards, apart from our curriculum based teaching learning, because you are moving towards the skill based, and also you are moving towards the multidisciplinary courses, how we can incorporate like that. So why I am mentioning these 2 courses which I have experienced. So this courses is on SWAYAM. The other institution also taken that course and incorporated in the curriculum. So we have last week in our institution distributed the certificate, because these courses are only dry. It's not a popular that every engineering course, not like that, like a UG course, not like that. This is the specifically some skill you have to record when you are designing a course. that is a course. So I was thinking that nobody will take it up this course when there is a credit transfer, but yes, people opted. A five institution has selected this course to incorporate it in their curriculum. So this is what is happening. It's moving towards the transferring of credits, moving towards the academic credit banks, and so on, so forth. You will come across in this NEP 2020 when you are going through the document of NEP 2030. This is all are written in that one. So with this, I start with this, how I am arranging my presentation here. Little bit what is technology enabled learning, and then what are the theory behind in that one, and how we can design the model, and the what the pedagogical approaches to the technology enabled, how we can engage our student. That's what our focus is here, and the technology enabled assessments. So these are related to our learner engagement. So when we are talking about the face-to-face situation, that means conventional institution, then we know about the teacher students are in present over us, and then we can study the student psychology, that otherwise the how they are presenting at the classroom. So accordingly we can modify our teaching learning. Okay, I suppose I planned the session today to take it up, maybe what is I mean, how to do the assessment. When we can see that student, at the classroom, we can say that they are not attentive. Maybe they may come from the previous session, maybe from class test or examination, and after that immediately they may not able to cope up with that session and all. We immediately switch over to the some activity, or because the students present over here, we can identify from their structure and their expression and everything, we can change accordingly. But when you are talking about online learning or any technology enabled or a type of learning, because we have learned the online learning, how we can utilize the technology for our teaching learning in this last 2 years, that COVID pandemic, we all are having experienced forcefully towards the online environment. That's what I can say, that forcefully towards the like, even though if you are not um, willing to do, the student are not willing to work on online, but this period we have experienced, we have bound to do this type of work. So how we can engage, that is very important. If you can say that yes, I can develop a content, I can develop the assessment, put everything it is possible, but engaging the learners is very important thing when we are talking about our teaching learning. So that's what the major concentration people are moving towards. Based on my experience, if you can say that how we have engaged, because 1 decade before we have offered the online course, in that also we was too much of engagement in the student. um, so that's why that course was very the pedagogical approach for that course was very much famous in our institution. And that time we don't have the facility of like a Google Meet and so on, so for Zoom and all. So we use only the we got Adobe Connect software to do this one, and we want to experiment because we want to give attention to the each and every student. So we only intake of 50 students as like a classroom situation. But in our institution, as a distance institution, we enroll, I mean, whoever comes eligible, we enroll the students. So there are a lot of student, thousands of students enroll in our course. There we need more in learner engagement as compared to the number is less. So how to do and everything we will see from here. So let me see what will be the definition for this one. As a I mean, each and every word, if you can say that teaching, yes, That is the idea of particular person or group that taught to the other people. That's what the minimum Oxford dictionary is, this one. So as a teacher, what we are giving some information to the people, and learning is that you are gathering the some content. So gathering the some content, what type of content, what type of information we are gathering. So that is why the teaching learning we are taking care as a teacher, and to the aid of the technology, and we have to use that technology to help these two particular part. So what type of reading material, what type of study is happening, that is the main concern we have to see in the online learning. So that's why we have to be very careful while designing the teaching learning processes, that we have to see. And what how we can perception about the technology enabled is a educational technology, because we are using the technology based learning process. And also we can say that that is a e-learning, because the terminology is differ is from, sometimes they used to call online learning, that sometimes they used to call e-learning, sometimes technology enabled learning, sometimes you can say blended learning, and then flipped class, and so many terms, synonyms are available in market. If you can see that one, how to utilize, what is the purpose, how we are doing, that is very important. You can say that yes, I am going to use e-learning for my own teaching learning. It's a broader term, it's a broader umbrella, that when you are saying about the e-learning, within that the all the components whatever we are mentioning, like a technology enabled, like m learning, and other like flipped classroom, everything will become under the e-learning component. So, and you are talking about e-learning, electronic learning. So this is a broader term. Within that, online learning will come in, and the other aspect will come. Why we are saying that e-learning is a broader term? Because you are giving the content. See, sometimes I can say that e-learning in inside e-learning, suppose I can say that in the earlier version, the one before, I mean 1.5 year, 15 years back and all, even our institution, what they used to do, copy all the content, whatever the material in CD-ROM, and in the CD or in the pen drive, distributed to the students. So that is also called, because we are giving the electronic media based content. Okay, the fully online and the blended learning all are coming in next. Fully owning everything, starting from the registration to the distribution of the certification, it's managed by online. No physical interaction between the student from the registration to the certification. That is also one type of technology based learning. And another one is blended learning. You can call for you are blending with two different mode. um, for example, the student will do all the coursework, assignment, everything online, and then they will come for the practical to the face-to-face situation, and they'll sit on the examination face-to-face situation. This is, we can call it as a blended learning. So like that, we can define the flipped classroom. We can engage the student using the classroom method. How it possible? Like you can give the content to previous day or 1 week before, and then you ask the student that come on the class and do the activity or some group discussion or something like that. We have experienced in our course. So whatever I am mentioning here, that all are my own experience based on our course, based on our program, e-learning, PG diploma in e-learning. So in this course we have designed like this, like the every Monday we used to give the topic to the student. So the student will receive the topic and they will go through the topic, what they have to study, and then all the content, in the sense you can give the PDF reading material, or you can give the video, or you can give, or you can simply say that these are the topics we are going to discuss on. So Monday we used to give, and Saturday and Sunday we have online classes. So in that online classes, we one for 1 year, 1 hour or 1.5 hours, we give the gist in that half an hour, and remaining hours that we used to ask the student to discuss in that particular topic. So this is the way we can engage the student. By the whole week they will be engaged in that particular topic. They'll do it, read it, research it, and then they can go with the other places and study, and they'll come back on that particular day, and for the discussion, debate, and so on and so forth, you can plan for that. So you are engaging with the flipped class method also. That also, this is a this one may be a classroom situation, and also you can give the towards the, you are providing the environment or learning environment. So we used to call as a learning management system. You are giving to them, and then ask them to use in that particular environment to learn the activity. Because the entire online program, if you can say that, if you are offering online program, there should be an environment you need to study for. If it is a face-to-face conversation system, student will come to the classroom, and then they will be in a particular environment. If you are talking about our own distance education institution, a student will sit at home, study the content, and they will go for weekend as a counseling session, or they will be a one condition based. That means their peer group will be there, and then they will discuss and come back. Here what we provide in online learning, we provide learning management system, where the controlled place will be there and online. Their own student peer groups will be there. The content and everything will be specified to them. Only they cannot deviate from then one course to another course. They have to be in that particular course to read that thing. So that's what we are using this technology enabled. So this is again one more definition. What they are saying is used to describe the application of information and communication technology to teach for the teaching learning process. So we are going to use this ICT for the teaching learning purpose. So here also I'm not going into more into the thing, because why they are technology enabled. They are saying that you can enable for teaching, learning, and assessment. You are teaching something, the student will learn something, and how they have learned, what they have learned, we use assessment to measure the students. That's what we are doing also. This that's what we have also did in our conventional system. Now towards the online, we have to concentrate this component. Apart from that, you can provide many support using the many technological tools. So earlier, how that process came in, because we used to say that instructional design and technology thing. So what is instructional design? So you are designing instructions to teach the to take place the teaching learning. So earlier in we have only the visual communication, maybe some pictures or films we used to give in and in 1950, this came in audiovisual media, sound recording, motion pictures, and this is only for the teaching learning. I'm informing. Explaining to you. So in 90s we have got the computer aided instruction. 70s and then personal. 90s we used to get that WW for teaching learning. So from 2020 onwards, we are moving towards the many lot of technology enabled instruction, the teaching and everything we are using. When you can say that how we are designing in mid of in our institution, it started in 1985. From there onwards, we use the component like audio video media from teachers record the sound audio component and we send to the our regional center and situated in various place of our country. Their student will come and listen. We have equipments and all. Later what we have done is when the computer people used to have their computer at their own home and then they access to the computer, then what we have done it, we have send the CD to the student along with their material or along with that posted to them. Then they can watch that content using or watch the video recorded everything we used to do. Apart from that, we have a television where we give the instruction through television, DD channels. We used to, that means we used to call as the one-way video, two-way audio. So that's what our component, because that time video concern was not there. So what we used to do from here, we telecast through television that teachers interaction, teachers topic and everything will be online. Live program will be there and we display the number and then student call us and then we answer from here. That's what happened during this period. So when we reach to this place, then what we have done is we have prepared a repository. So you can see that in our IGNO, you can see that eGyan Kosh is a repository. Anybody can access, but copyright is with us. You can refer the materials, all the course materials, starting from our BA course to the coursework of PhD, everything is available at our eGyan place. So you can access to the material, access to the video component, access to the audio component, even you can access to the Swayam. Everything is available. Repository, so a whole lot of information or text material and all that are available. So when student join that, we will immediately give to the link to the student, then they will come online. For the distance students, for online students, we have a LMS prepared in a Moodle platform. So we have a LMS, and here one for during before pandemic, what we have done is, for the mobile operation, no, don't want to get the physical printed material of course material. If they don't want, they can able to easily study through the devices. Then we give the, because we are not printing the course material, the printing cost we reduced it, and then we provide a link to the mobile apps also available where the student can study their content. So these are the recent development using with the thing. Yes, we need that one infrastructure when we are moving towards the technology based teaching learning. But 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 the nowadays the cost is maybe reduced because of the vast technology is available. Student also having technology support is getting from their own home, as well as the government also giving them, providing the infrastructure to the teaching learning process and that. But definitely we need a uh, um, support, the personal support, like we need experts in that particular field to develop things, because all the teachers are not is techno savvy teachers, because they are towards moving towards the technology oriented. But definitely we need a people like managing the learning management system, managing their online teaching learning. So once you are done, then that how we can keep the recorded copy, where to place and everything, we need a people. For that we have to the cost is involving in this one. So these are the some of the advantage, because you can interact with the people, and then they can, if it is a recorded videos are available and all, they can repeatedly they can go on use that one, and they can interact with people. So, because we are providing them space to interact, and these are the some of the advantage when we are talking about technology enabled learning. But when the same thing, we have a limitation also, because each one have a different hardware, and we have to be equipped with that. So this is we had a experience when we are offering that PG diploma in e-learning in 2010. Exclusively one day I used to spend with that all the student to check their audio video. From here I used to connect how to do the Adobe Connect, and then where to see the content, where to they. So all the every student, we used to sit and clear their technological hurdles. Then they are very much equipped with that one. And from their next class onwards, they can able to do all type of work online. So that is how we have to provide, we have to give the support. Since see, suppose if you are not able to do, you are not technology savvy teaching learning teacher, then you need definitely the people to support you. So that's why we need more people, and we need the all type of connectivity, all type of engagement with the technology based engagement we required for the this type of online teaching learning. So these all are, I'll quickly run through. You must have know about this type of learning theory, why we need how based teaching learning. So you know that there is a learning theory. We have a three type of learning theory, that is a behaviorism, constructivism, connectivism also. So I'm not going to, not in that theoretical aspects, but only thing is I want to I want to mention here is uh, when you are when you are teaching to the some people, that then our expectation is there should be a change in their in within them. There should be a change in that particular person. That's why we want to teach them. So when you are doing that, maybe a trial and error learning, and learning through association with reinforcement. So that is what we used to do the teaching. When you are giving the teaching, for example, I'm giving the text to the student, text material to the student. And then if some student may not able to read the test converted into how to learn through that text material, if they find difficult, then what we can do is we used to show that content through the picture, or otherwise some demonstration like that we are doing. And we used to reinforce. That means we have to convey them that okay, yes, you are correctly read it, or giving the mark to them, giving the stars to them, like that we used to do in that teaching learning. So when you are mapping with the technology, suppose when you are going towards that, how you will engage your student, that you are using the present work content in multiple media. That means, as I mentioned it, in that you have to use any picture or audio, video, and so on. So multiple type of medias are available. You have to take to convey the information so that it will reach to the student. Then they can gain the knowledge. And then how they have gained the knowledge, then we have to take the feedback through e-assessment or otherwise peer feedback and so on and so forth. So likewise, we have to see how we can adapt, how we can change our teaching learning process towards the technology based thing. So here in the cognitive, when you are talking about the cognitive, because they have to mentally, they have to change their structure. So when you are saying that, if you have to use the some tools to study, then they mentally they have structure will be changed, and then like that only. So for example, how we are changing, initially we used to do our multiplication table in younger age, then later automatically it comes in like 2 into 2. That means automatically our mental structure will immediately calculate, and then it will say that 4. So for that we used to do lot of activity to them, to change their mental, to improve their knowledge, to improve their cognitive activity. Similarly here also you can do with a guided instruction, interactive material. So not only nowadays, the since the technology is the we are equipped with many technology, and then technology favored to us, that we are not giving them to the only the static material to the student. um, Now the material are coming with the interactive. They can access from that one place to another place, like for some small example, we can say that you can give a QR code. Then the student, when you are reading the material, they can scan through the devices mobile, and then they can see that okay, these are the latest environment, these are the example for that particular particular concept. So these are the things are coming up with the interactive material, and to improve their concept, I mean cognitive level. And social constructive is some, yeah, definitely we have to we have to interpersonal relationship we used to involve. So here there are different ways of improving this one, like a synchronous and asynchronous communication. Right now we are in a synchronous mode. We can inbuilt the asynchronous mode also after this session, like if I am doing my classroom situation right now I'm real time I'm discussing with you. After the session I will ask the student to offline interaction. So I'm engaging the student, whatever I'm teaching here, that will they will carry forward in that in the offline, that means asynchronous. Whenever they find, immediately they can act upon. So we have to plan accordingly how we can go with the synchronous and asynchronous interaction, and so on and so forth. So if we can say that many are online courses, it's coming up right now also, even including the Swayam course. I'm not hesitant to say this one, because in the Swayam we have a asynchronous communication, because as you know that Swayam is following the 4 quadrant approaches for the teaching learning process. 4 quadrant quadrant approaches. What type of one is they are giving the video content, they are giving the text material, self-learning material with the OER content and so on and so forth. That is a second quadrant. First quadrant is with is a discussion forum, that is a asynchronous communication, and fourth is assessment. Since the student will read watch the videos, read the content to for getting the mark in assessment, internal assessment. These are linked with their completion of the certification. But what about the third quadrant, that is the discussion forum, which is the very much focused in that four quadrant approach. Whether the participants, students are fully participated or fully engaged in the discussion forum. If you ask me in my course, definitely I will say no, because they are not engaging with that one. Even though the teacher is giving more topic, you can ask that, okay, what are the issues do you face in this particular topic? Do you want more instruction in this part? As a teacher, I can raise that question, initiating the interaction, because it's my duty to initiate the interaction with the student, so that they will discuss among themselves. But when we it's according to my experience in a Swayam and other, you are asked voluntarily. If you are asking the student to interact, then student won't come. They will maximum. My discussion forum is full of when I will get the exam schedule, when I will get the assignment marks, when I will after completing, what will be the these are the things only happening, but the interaction is not happening. So but when you are using this interaction compulsory condition, then maybe you will get it. That's what we have the experience in our PGD. Again and again, I'm telling on my courses, we have experienced these all the type of interaction. So what we done is, definitely they will have to participate to get the marks. So we have linked with our the assessment. So what we have done is, so the discussion forum participation for 10 marks. So the student has to come for the discussion forum. They have to interact with the peer group. They have to raise any topic to discussion, and so on and so forth. So so little towards the assessment, we are engaging them, and little towards the to motivate them. Okay, so but here I want to emphasize very categorically that whenever you are as a teacher, whenever you are using the asynchronous communication like a discussion forum and other chat facilities and so on and so forth, I request the teachers or all of us that we have to be very careful in that environment, because you are giving space to the student to express themselves. So this may be a deviation from the topic to other. They will go one student, suppose one student is asking without, not from that particular topic, and they are moving towards linking with sensitive um, content, or linking with others, and so on and so forth. So we have to be very careful. This has happened because why I'm saying always, whenever I talk about the discussion forum, I definitely I'll give the, maybe we have to be a very cautionly, we have to be with that particular discussion forum, not exaggerate or anything I'm not giving that one, because we have to be very careful. We are the responsible for that particular course or particular discussion forum. So why I am saying is it happened like one incident is that like we are allowing the discussion forum where the people the student contacts will be there, maybe a email id or maybe a phone number, WhatsApp group. If you are creating for the informal discussion, then their contact will be there. So if students are with them, then there may be a misuse in that one student. That's what happened in our in the course, that online course. The initially what happened, that people take it from their mail id, and then they used to send different type of photograph or different, I mean, unwanted things they are sharing to this. So that complaint will comes, because we are using yeah, I mean, we are going with the if you are, it is online, we have to manage all type of students. So it happened in our face to face situation also, but here it's very towards we are opening, and that then so online, so internet is you are open to the globe. So that is the thing we have to be very careful. The another incident I can quote here is like I asked the student to upload or interact that particular topic in that because in there that time when our course was started, that time the internet facility was little expensive, we can say also. So I asked the student like, okay, if you are not able to throughout they have to write one page of document about particular topic. So if you are not able to type online, then I ask them to prepare in offline word file or some pdf file, and after that you can upload. So there is an internet facility is less for them, that so I ask them to do like that. So what happened, one student has uploaded the assignment, and then the another student also uploaded. Then the message came to me that the first student said, that student one said that I have uploaded my assignment, but student two is copied my thing, and then same thing they have he or she has uploaded. So it's my assignment, that another students too also saying my assignment, this is I have not copied, these were the conversation. So what happened, that luckily that our technology is support us, like when the student is, we can keep track of the thing, when the student uploaded, who is downloaded, all the history came in. So I wrote to them separately in personal way, that you have done this such and such things, then you have to modify and submit like that. So this will happen because you are giving space to the student where they will come and interact with other peer group. So that should be a thumb rule, that should be a certain guidelines to the student, that do thing and everything. Similarly, whenever we are organizing any suppose any type of training also, we give certain guidelines that you have to be like this only, you have to present there and all the things. So there should be a guidelines so that they will follow. We also in advance we can say that these are the things you have to do, so to engage the student, because we have to engage the student within that particular environment, so that they can interact themselves, that there is a lot of learning will happen. But definitely we have to support by support to the student. Okay. So what are the design model? There are a lot of design models are available, like how we can design as a teacher, that the technology system, what are the things we can use it, depends on the curriculum, how you can do. Earlier, all or with the teacher will be there, then teacher will looking into the teacher based um, um, uh, teacher centric teaching learning process we used to call. Now it is changed, like student-centric model is coming. Student will be the main focus, then they have to come in. For example, this you can say that then they can able to contact with the expert teachers, classmate, friends, family, and content also. This is the contact one, and they can able to interact with the virtual conferencing, microblogging, instant message, and mobile teaching at that. And these are the information like they can may go to the open courseware, social work, and all the type of thing you are giving, and how you can give the blogging and all the how you are engaging with that student. So there is a different model. This model is like we are going to give the content to the student irrespective of any information, like how the content will be, maybe a closed content, or otherwise you are giving open to the student through net, and then internet to open courseware, so allowing them to read from the open courseware, like that. How you are designing your content, how you are asking the people to interact, people to whom they can interact with the communication, synchronous or asynchronous, and how they will move towards the social media. So all the things are related to the learning theory, which I mentioned earlier. These are also the pedagogical wheel. They have mentioned that the all sort of things they have mentioned. So this is the enlarged one. You can also find it from this particular place. You can see that how to create the, so they have mentioned with the learning theory. So that's what the Bloom's theory, they have put it in the wheel. If you can say that this is the Bloom's taxonomy: remembering, understanding, apply, and then analyze, evaluate, create. So these are the latest revised Bloom's taxonomy. Based on that, this wheel has been created for creating this creating activity. Remembering, it's just remembering your thing. So what are the component you can use it, and for creating, how we can creativity, improving their creativity. So they have prepared this type of wheels in this one. So this is a CC by Creative Commons OER. So I have taken. So these are the some of the thing. I will not get into this one. This the theoretical aspect, but the pedagogical approach, we need the thing. If you can go to these, I can recommend you that you all can go into this. This is a like UK Open University website. UK Open University website. Every year they used to upload the innovative pedagogy. So innovating pedagogy. So they have a lot of, from 2012 onwards they have started this reporting. Every year they spend one report. They give one report, submit one report with various innovative things. Excuse me, please. Yeah, sorry. So this document you can download and then go through it. How we can incorporate in our teaching learning process. This innovating method, for example, this year in the 2021, they have said that like a method that were working tele collaboration for language learning, student co-creating teaching learning. Student, they themselves also, they are involving to create the teaching learning, and so on and so forth, they have mentioned here. So every year they come with like a game based learning, collaborative based learning, then how to incorporate and everything they used to mention. It's a very good document, one can read it, so that we can get going on in the world, how the people are moving towards this one. You can think it of also. So for example, these are it is a augmented or virtual reality based teaching learning process. So definitely they have incorporated in our teaching learning. We are only talking about, and then some of the institution, maybe IITs, maybe some institution like people experimenting the virtual reality and augmented reality. You must have heard about that one thing. But the some of the institution, they have definitely incorporated this type of um, uh, teaching learning. So one example I can quote here is like 2 years, or yeah, before COVID, I have visited to the Hong Kong Open University. The Hong Kong Open University, they have incorporated this virtual reality in their teaching learning process in the discipline of psychology. So I was shocked to see that one, how they have incorporated this thing, because the student, they have both they have a distance education, open university, because open university in the sense they used to go for the distance thing. For practical, they are calling the student to the campus to overcome. Then they have set up the virtual reality environment. There in the psychology department, the student will really feel that they are in the hospital, they are in the mental hospital, and the how the patient behavior, they are really experienced in that environment. They can be there in that one. Even in fact that I saw that one patient got throwing the glass, that we feel that it is coming on me, like so we also experience in our cinema picture hall and all, 3D 4D pictures and all. But similarly, we have to incorporate in our teaching learning process. That need, as I said already, mentioned that need a cost is involving in that one. But in some of the things it's coming up. For example, not on this type of very much cost oriented, very much technology oriented. Now people are coming with the augmented reality, where they inbuilt the like 3D based picture in the print material itself. When they focus through that specs, or focus through that the device, then they can able to see that 3D based will be pop up in that material itself. So it's coming up in near future. We can include in this type of um, teaching program in our uh, teaching learning process also, in this type of pedagogy aspect. This one. So another one is, as I mentioned, is that is authentic learning. So how we can see that how whether the student are really exploring or really learning to face the real world problem. That is the authentic learning is coming up. That is an instructional approach that allow the student to explore, discuss, and meaningful construct concept and relationship in context that involving the real world problem and projects. So some of the project, we cannot say that we are not at all doing this type of authentic learning. Definitely we are doing, we are involving in our teaching learning process. This maybe the terminology is coming up with that technology oriented, that's why the terminology is coming up. Otherwise, definitely we are doing. When we are doing our project work, we used to go to the real place and do the project. No, that's what it's happening in many say, I can say in my subject computer science, in engineering, um, many institution what they are doing is calling the final year student and giving them to the project, like For example, if I have a student of computer science with a final year student, definitely they will do the project work. Then I can give that, okay, this is my learning environment. You can develop some plugin to automatically distributing this certificate, or allowing that to capture how many students are present, attentively presenting the class. These are the real time and experience, real time they can do the project and experience that, okay, I have developed this and developed that. That's what the job opportunity also the companies are looking for, that what is your portfolio, how you have done it. So these are the things they are coming with, really real time, how they have developed the things. So I can quote one more example here, that how we can see that really they have worked on some small experiment. We have done it in our courses. For example, in one more the course which is available, as I mentioned, in that masters in distance education, the educational communication technology which I am coordinating. So we have a learning portfolio. So in that learning portfolio, student has to so we are teaching how to develop a video program, how to develop an audio program, how you can create a concept mapping, how and how you can create a website or something like that. These are the some of the components we used to teach them. Okay, how to develop a blog. These are the things we used to teach them. So what happened, no, in our evaluation of their assignment or evaluation of their, they have to really develop a, they have to take one course, and in that one small topic they have to select. And and it's not like that any topic they have selected and recorded and uploaded. They have to define the target group to whom they are addressing this video, and what are the component. After recording everything, they have to upload in their learning portfolio. That will be evidence. Okay, this will be the evidence based. They are learned from the course material, and they have experimented, and then the evidence is coming in, they have submitting the one. So we can say that yes, they have definitely learned where they have lacked or any problem or anything. Then we can guide them to them, that by giving the feedback, by appreciating them, and so on and so forth. These are the things they are looking forward. And definitely student also enjoy, and then they can also showcase when they are going out with that certification. Yes, I have done it. These are the things, my output of that particular course. That's what nowadays people are asking. Earlier days only the designers will have the portfolio. Now that all the most courses like a technology based course and that project based and every, they have a portfolio to show that their real world when they are facing the situation of employability and so on and so forth. So we are allowing the student to learn the uh, real time learning will happen. So authentic learning, that we are asking, preparing our learner to face the real world and helping the student to make their career choice, what are the career opportunity is there, and so on. So we have to equip with ourselves to know that what are the career opportunities, so that we can guide them to do that thing. Also it will help to the skill gap, so that they can because we are moving towards a skill based learning, skill based courses. So this will be the very good changes we have to make towards the skill based learning happening. So to these are the things we have to say. And critical, it improving the enhancing the creativity, definitely critical thinking they have to engagement, and we can motivation, and also it will be the retention work, because when they are doing and learning, that the retention will be with them, that thing. So also there will be a collaborative and teamwork will be there. So these are the things we have to incorporate in our thing. So how we can learning the, so what are the element we can see this one, these are the so first of all, what are the subject of learning, they have to real world relevances, there should be a problem, and then there should be a multiple choice, we have to give that learning resources. And then investigation, collaboration, reflection, and the interdisciplinary. And outcome of the learning will be then they can publish their work integrating with that one, and other outcomes. So we can measure the outcome. That is a thing. I can also quote here that we can manage. See, earlier what we used to do in our writing, because we used to write the learning material, no? So that time what we used to do is like we can say that um, we used to write learning objectives. These are my objectives of this particular content. Okay, if I am preparing my video, then this is my objective to prepare the video. So after this, they can able to do this. These are the things. Okay, but now we are moving towards the outcome, learning outcome. After this, what will be the outcome from the student? How they're coming up. So outcome based we are moving towards. If you can see the NCERT books schooling, you can see now learning outcomes will be there in their introduction, the learning outcome, each and every chapter they used to write it. So we are moving towards that type of towards their outcome based learning and all. So so here I want to give an some scenario that how the authentic teaching and everything will happen. See, for example, I need to organize a student forum. I also need to post it on the website and promote it via social media. This is the scenario I'm going to give to the student. Okay. This scenario student will take it up, how they will use it, how they will do it. So here what the student is engaged in a meaningful activity, that is developmentally. So they have to do create a student forum in a website, and then there should be a social media they will think of, and then they have to create, and then they will have a challenge to work on this one. So now you are moving towards the higher order thinking. That's what we have to do. And also allow you are allowing the student to explore, discuss, and then if it is a group activity, the group member will discuss, and then if they cannot able to do it, then they will go and search it and then come back, and a different way of gathering the information. And also they will be moving towards the development of this particular thing. So in this way we can use it. So definitely we are moving towards the scenario based learning and all. If time permits, I will say I will show you that how we can create the scenario. We can give the scenario to the student, and then how they will develop their own thing. Everything we can also do it. So these are the things are coming up. It's not like that, it's not a new to us. People are doing schooling are doing, and I have experience in my other places where that I can experience with that how they are giving the scenario, what are the situation they are giving. Situation they used to give, the teacher is used to give the situation, the people start developing their work using that particular situation. So these are the happening to this one. So there are a lot of authentic assessment tools are available for the student. You can go with that this audio texting feedback in a Google Doc, which we are using. This is a voice I mean, youth voice, where the student will writing collaboratively, communicating with each and every person. So we can incorporate in our learning management. There we all ask them to allow to write among themselves and give with some document and so on and so forth. We can use it for these are the tools available with that. You can use it for our teaching learning process in this one. So another thing is moving towards the engaging the learner will be like this type of pedagogical aspect you can do. That is adaptive learning. It's coming up, adaptive learning. Uh, why? Because this adaptive learning is coming up. This is a development is little longer, little we have to very much understanding to develop, but it is a good concept of this one. Definitely we are doing. I'm not saying that maybe the jargon and the people used to ask us to do no, like adaptive learning and so on and so forth. The synonyms is coming up. Maybe we are not heard about it, but the concept is we are doing. For example, what is adaptive learning? Adaptive learning is a customized learning experience that each and every student will have a different learning environment. That is, sometimes they used to call adaptive learning, they used to call as a personalized learning also. But here that it's not like one type of monotonous teaching learning process. This happened, we are experienced in our colleges and our school also. Some, you know, that the student will be in a group, like some student in our classroom also, some student will easily pick up the concept and then they sign well. Some people need definitely need a guidance or push or something. They have more attention. Then what we will do, we used to do in our schooling also, we experience like that remedial classes or extra classes after school hours. Student will stay and learn more from the teacher. This is happening. Similarly, in online learning, what they are saying is that you prepare more content on same topic. Like for example, some student may not comfortable with reading the text to through the devices. Okay, mobile, using mobile we cannot read the computer and so on and so forth. They need a physical copy. They used to take a printout and then see like that. Some people use like they very much acquaint with audio clips. They listen and learn instead of reading. They, if you are telling something, they immediately grasp it and then they will do it. Similarly, some student maybe they'll go for that audio video and so on and so forth. They'll have a not an advanced level, they will have a intermediate level or a lower level. Then you can pick up like that. How we can do it? So we are not giving the same information to the student. All student are, all the each individual have different learning style. So based on their learning style, based on their input, we are giving the material to the, or we are teaching them differently. It will be possible through the technology. So what we have to do is, in the classroom, it is available in I'm not saying it's coming up, it's already in our learning management system, like a Moodle also having, like Canvas also having that. But the thing is, what why I'm saying is, it's our duty, teachers duty, to develop different kind of technology. Will be there, technology will be helping you to take the, like I can say that within a if the student get less than 30 mark, then provide this material. If the student like audio, then you provide audio material. If the student provides, if it is required, the text material in a PDF format, okay, it's possible. But technology will facilitate you, because there is a condition only. You have to write the coding. The expert will write the coding, and they automatically goes to the. But how provide the content, where the content will come, that is from our teacher. We have to be very much equipped with that content, then only we can provide to the students. So the main thing is what the adaptive learning says this: when the student enter into our classroom, okay, immediately you have to assess the student, what their requirement, what they are, how maybe you can take the previous. If it is a already available student, then you can take the previous assessment also, or otherwise you can assess the student, and based on the assessment you can provide the more content. So you have to predict the student, or otherwise you can, based on your experience, based on the one batch, you can develop the content, and then you can, so you are ordered on to that particular to the repository of our content. That is, we are developing the content management system, so that will be automatically go to the student individually. That's why we are want to give the individual attention to the student. So in our situation, for example, if student, you are asking the student to participate in the discussion forum, then for me, I cannot able to write it. Okay, so when the 1 minute. Yeah. So when the student is with you, then you can say that yes, I can give the best good content, or material to the student. For example, as I mentioned, that if the discussion forum, I'm creating on discussion forum, okay, all the student, you participate in the discussion forum, what are the issues you are facing in this particular topic. Like for example, if we can say that in the NEP 2020, what is on assessment part, what the NEP 2020 says about it. You mention your experience, you list the issues, what are the challenges we are facing, you write down in the discussion forum. So just I have mentioned, and then maybe I am a student, I may not able to write it here. Maybe I can vocally I can mention that, okay, these are the things. My writing skill may not be that much good, that I'm hesitant to place my writing in the discussion forum, because everyone will see that things are like that. So you can avoid such type of environments. In that particular case, the student will not come up with that one. So you can prepare the different type of modality, or different type of environment, so that everyone will participate, everyone will give their ideas in that particular concept. So that's why this method, this pedagogy is coming in. And so these are the things we can go into this one: adaptive content, as I mentioned earlier, different type of content sequence. Also you can give that first material, this will go, that will go, and so based on their uh, assessment feedback and all. For example, in the first case, I'm the lower level. After going to the concept, I understand the concept, I no need for the get into the intermediate, I can directly go to to the advanced level. So the sequence also you can make based on the feedback, because when I completed my lower level, again you can give small assessment whether they can they can able to understand or not. Based on that thing, you can move the student from low level to advanced level, or otherwise if the people are in advanced level, you can come down to the intermediate to learn and then come back to that. So these are the things you can make it out based on the data. And same thing, assessment also. So we are not giving them same assessment to the all the student. Maybe you can design for them, and then you can give the assessment also. So these are the one instructional adaptive instructional model I have created and presented. So how we can go with that thing. That so one thing is I want to tell is that there's a motivation. So as a teacher, we have to engage the student, encourage the student to take part into that one. I'll come to that one, how we can engage and encourage the student to place it in that one. These are the learning environment which provides the to engage the student, how we can engage the student with this one. Definitely all the component which we are experiencing in the Moodle, some people, some institution are using the Canvas and some are using Google Classroom. If it is number is less, you can go with a Google Classroom and open edX and go skill and all. And Swayam also come in now, that open courses are available, so student can, anybody can learn anything from this Swayam. These are some of the learning management open sources available. You can use it for that. If apart from what which previous slide says, other open source learning management system also there, because all the whatever the technology based we are discussing, we need an environment that is a learning management system. Then only we can go with this type of teaching process. Okay, so now we let us see that how we can engage with the learners. So these are the we required for this, because learner engagement is very important, that as how the student is participating in our course. That is the thing. So we need to the measure their engagement. That is what we can see, that how we can involve each and every student in our classroom situation or otherwise our learning environment. So there are different type of levels are there, that conceptual engagement, procedural engagement, consequential and critical engagement, and so on and so forth. This will not theoretically we will not involve in that, but I will definitely explain to you how we can use our this we can what is that important for engaging, why we need it. Okay, so this type of, when the student is engaged in our learning process, it will increase their attention and focus, motivate them to practice the high level of critical thinking. So we are not you are not mentioning that you are understanding the concept and then you can able to produce it in this is mug up and you can reproduce in our answer script. Not like that. You are moving to it, how you are allowing the student to think more and work on it. So that is the thing we need to do. So that's why they can we can improve their level of cognitive level. Then they will have a something like they can able to face the real world. That's what our thing. So there are many strategies are there that people, first of all, when you are thing is set a clear goal. Definitely when we are teaching, we used to give the goal and then create in our course content, because when you are that's what we are saying, that learning outcome. This is our learning outcome. After completing this course, student will able to do these are the things. They can able to produce, they can able to create a website, they can able to write a poem or something like that. We have to create the set the goal. Then based on that, to reach that goal, what they have to learn, what they have to read, the course content we have to give. After that, we have to create an open communication channel. As we mentioned, that there are a lot of communication channel like a discussion forum, chat box, and then we can use any tool to communicate, like for example blog, for example wiki, social media, even some for a course Twitter. Only that particular student will give that information through the Twitter, like a Facebook. Only for that course Facebook you can create, the student only will communicate with that one. So these are the channels. We can then offer real-time rewards for the successful completion of and improve the performance. So you can award like a badge. Nowadays, you can say that open badges are coming up. Micro credential is coming up. Like after completing one topic for or successfully they have involved in that and then created that any information, any topic, any component, then you reward them, give them small batches. They'll be very happy about that. And then that batch is also nowadays what they are doing is they are linking with their own like one place where all the batches will be available. That link they can show to their employers also. So if you are going for the interview or going for the higher studies and all, they can showcase that yes, I have completed, I got this type of batches to complete, reward I can complete. So that is also we can inbuilt in our learning environment. And then learning convenient, yes, we have to be very easy for them, and again reward the learners for the engagement. And online course, how we can improve their learning engagement in our online course, like communicate in multiple format. Yes, definitely you can say that you can participate in this such course, or otherwise give the multiple format. As I mentioned that they can come audio, video, and then text and so on and so forth, you can say that. And provide the active learning opportunity. So there should be a very the flow. They should know that guidance. They should know that after this what I have to do, after this what I have to do. Everything should be clear communication so that they can participate. Make learning social. So it's not like a closed way. They can allow them to interact with the peer groups so that they can engage with that peer group. They can exchange their ideas and so on and so forth. And gamify with the badges and certification. That's what I said, that you can provide badges, certification, and after completing immediately it will go to the student their credit bank, so that it will be that it will reflect that okay, this many batches they have completed. And provide the feedback. That is very important, because when you are engaging the student, immediately they required feedback online, especially when you are receiving the online assignment or online mm, activity and all. This is my experience, I am saying that one. When they submit the assignment through, suppose if you are collecting through mail or if you are collecting through learning environment, they immediately expect that acknowledging that one. So that is how it is will be there. So once receive, yes, we have received one, we'll come back to you or something like that. The immediate feedback, or otherwise that what are the things they have lacked behind, how to improve, because the feedback is very important so that they can learn they can modify and so forth. And self-assessment opportunities. So whenever they are learning, immediately they can assess themselves after going through small thing, that we can assess the student. Even nowadays, you can experience this interactive video. Okay, we provide the video to the student. Okay, provide the video to the student. The video maybe a 15 minutes, 12 minutes, they may be opening and then watching that one, and so on. But when you inbuilt quiz in the video, then they have attentively watched the video, and then they have to take part in the quiz in between the video, and then they go. So that is also coming up with the interactive videos also. So in this way, we can engage the learners online in the online courses. And definitely, these are the one where you can give the learning analytics. Yeah. You can, now you must have thinking that, okay, I have a learning management system, like I am using see that my student is watching entire my student read all the reading material which I have provided to them. So that is also possible. You can see this is the two way it will be helping to you. One, the student. A student will you can identify that why the student is not reading the whole material, why he is leaving, is there anything is there, and you might anticipate that that this student will be going for the dropout, he is having some problem. So you can contact that why you are not studying, why you are leaving the course in between, either they you are understanding or not. Like you can send a message and then you can ask them, like you can track the progress of the students. That is the thing. The another one is like for our own purpose. See, for example, I have developed one video, I place it in our LMS, and then every student, suppose 50 student, that for 30 students have not watched the entire video. They have 5 minutes, they left. 20 minutes, they left. Suppose 10 minutes, they left the video. They have not at all completing up to end. Why? There must be a problem in that content, and not able to understand by the student, or maybe a boring that video is very boring that they cannot able to watch full, maybe lengthy video. They want some more attractive, not on speaking about the thing. If they want to speak, then they can read it from the text material. You can provide the very attractive video, maybe some experiment, something like that, something missing. That's why they are leaving that one, leaving the video in between. So you have to take a call, and then why it is, then you can modify your content also. So there is a two-way that this all will be provided by the learning environment. There are tools are available like on task, threads, smart class, learning analytical, and these are the tools which will be plug into our learning environment, like for example Moodle or Canvas, any learning environment. It will plug to that one, then it will provide you the report that these are the things students are not entering into that particular thing. This many students are inactive, this many students are active, and so on and so forth. You will get that document. Based on the document, it will be helping for you to design a course, or you to modify the course, you to encourage the university or the colleges that take a call on that particular course, and how to improve, and so on and so forth for revision. And so these are the things that you may find learning analytical, especially course on learning analytical in a Swayam platform also. There is a very good department in IIT Mumbai. They have a learning analytical department. They used to help the other people also. They have a project they used to and you can get help from them with also incorporating the learning analytic in your learning management system, Moodle, and so on and so forth. So these are the things you can use it. So this is how we can know about how the student, how much student is engaged with our activity, engaged with our content. So this is a tool which help you, because we cannot analyze everything, whether my student is going through the content is good or not, whether my student is really involving in that one, and so on and so forth. So you can do in this like that whenever we are doing the online classes for the student, in between we used to stop and then poll, maybe this Google, Zoom, or this Google Meet and other, they are not having, um, but definitely in between we can hear there is a question and answer is there. When we use that Adobe Connect, there is a small quiz type of poll is there. So in between I can stop and put the poll. How many people are answering immediately? Then I can find out these are the people are active in this class and these are not active in in the live class also. It's possible that technology is helping us to do this type of to know that whether my student is involving in it or not. Definitely the last one I'll quickly do it, then we can have a discussion session. This is how we can assess the student, how we can involve the assessment so that we can know about my student is engaged in that particular content. Okay, there are two type of assessment. Everyone knows about this: summative and formative assessment. Formative assessment, we can do it in our classroom situation so that we can get the we can assess our student whether they can do it or not. Summative, yes, at the end of the course only we can do in the summative assessment. So there are different type of questions, descriptive, objectives, and these are depends on our speed, connectivity, right? Typing students. These are some of the challenges, but in SOYAM also it was challenged when I started, as I mentioned that in 2017 they said only objective type of question we can provide to the learners. So yes, learner can easily click use the computer and click the answer and then they can submit it. But when I'm talking about the teacher, how many questions they have to do? So we have prepared in the two batches like 400 objective type question, because it's 3 hours course, 100 marks objective. So as a teacher you have to prepare. Because why because they said that key speed is the typing speed, student cannot able to type it first to in the descriptive questions and so on and so forth. After that, as you know that this SWAYAM courses are conducted by examination, or so later they have come up with the descriptive type of examination. What they have done is for 20 questions they can do, the computer will be there, question paper will be coming on, and then pen and paper. After that the center will scan and then submit to the evaluation. For evaluation, there is a software where the teacher will go and evaluate the scanned question paper and then provide this one. So that type of evaluation came in for the examination also. So these are the companies, as I mentioned, that NTA. Apart from that, many institutions, TC Icon also, they have a examination center, Ekleva, and these are the some of the agencies where they used to conduct examination for. If you are not having the system, the proctored examination system, like video camera and so on and so forth, scanning and all, these are the companies you can type with them and they will conduct examination for you for the summative examination. But formative examination assessment, You can provide self-assessment, peer assessment, concept mapping, and so on and so forth. It's a different type of assessment you can provide. For all the things that tools are available, you can use it, the tools, and then you can assess the student. It depends on, all are depends on the topic. I cannot say that yes, I need a blog for my course. No, it's depends on your topic, your subject, your discipline. You can design the different type of summative assessments. These are the summative assessment tools. Like, that cohort people are using in between, quizzes and all. Quiz makers are there, and Edemo is also another one type of thing. Ruby Star, we can prepare the rubric. Yes, of course, Moodle is there, and Hot Potato is there. They where you can different type of choices are there, and you can mix with and then give it to the students. So these are the some of the tools we can use it for the things. So with this, these are the references, and then thank you. But I'll open it for the question answer, if you have anything for this. Yeah. So one question that how to motivate the learner for referring the textbook, as nowadays most of the students are going for the Google Group for most of the topics. Yeah. So these two questions, definitely how we can minimize the digital stress by using the technology. See, for example, you can say that yes, definitely people will go out to refer the book. We can say that go and read this book and so definitely I can say that you can use some of the OER content. Okay, OER, open educational resources. You find your own OER material as a teacher. You find the OER material which are available in this one Creative Commons search and all. You can go and search it for that, and then go through the material and then tell the student that you read this place to this place, so that they will not deviate from other places. They go and read it like that. They can go to the places where they can go. And definitely we have to refer some book material. Instead of that, you can give the reference and ask them to study this page to this page. That means you are allowing them to go out to read the content, but with a controlled manner, because you are saying that these are the very important, you can read and get the information at all. So in this way you can control our student. And also I will show some of the thing how we can, I mentioned that badges and all that also I will show. And how minimize the digital stress, that's what we want to when we are as I mentioned that we are developing one more MOOC, that's enhancing study skills. In there we are using the digital detaxing. That body we need a detaxing. There are a lot of weight management or that health management, people used to say that with detaxing. So in the detaxing you can say that so detaxing we used to do that, like more and more water, or put the cucumber in water and take every day, and like that there is a body detaxing is there. Similarly we can say that digital detaxing, that you can ask the student. For example, today they have to submit the assignment, today is the last date, or so after that you can ask the student that you close down all the digital uh, access. Like, that's what people used to say, that like you can come out from the learning environment. For example, my learning environment, don't interact with the discussion forum, don't answer any, give any feedback, so on and so forth. You can stop them for a half a day, 1 hour, and then you can ask them to come back again to uh, the environment where the student come and do their activity and all. You can give them a break so that they can be avoid this type of stress from the digital, because that's what people used to say that when you are going for that any type of stress relieving stress management and all, nowadays this is a focus. Digital stress management is a focusing topic. So that's what we can avoid them by giving some guidance how to do and all. uh, yes, see, this is the thing, because we are giving um, the learning output. That's what you are saying, that whether the text based is, we are allowing the text based material to read whatever we are prescribing, whatever we have written. For example, in our institution we used to write self learning material, so ask them to read, that's all. At the end we will give some reference material, go and read, and so on and so forth. But when we are digitization, when you are coming to the online environment, you are allowing the student uh, to learn more apart from what the textbook is prescribing. That's what the employability and others, also the real-time experience we are allowing to experience in that one. So definitely there will be a good outcome for them. The again I will share my screen, how we can 1 minute. So these are the some of the batches we have prepared uh, for the student who have completed this one. See, for example, the concept and practice, if they can able to complete with the assessment or something like that, you can say that you have to some assessment. If they completed successfully, you can put them this batch. So the learning environment which I mentioned, that Moodle and all, they automatically create that one available, the batches are available. The student automatically will receive, after completing they will receive the batch. So once they can earn 2-3 batches, you can say, you can give them that, oh, okay, you have completed some of the, these are the concept, so you can get the some micro credential certificate and so on and so forth. This will encourage them to motivate them to do more work. Definitely when we are young, if we get any badge from the class or school, we'll be happy. The similarly we had an experience when they, if they are not able to get, suppose they completed one batches, if you're not able to get it, that eagerly they used to call us that I could not able to get this batch, how to do, and then what how I will improve it. And this all are experienced in this course, like a OER based e-learning courses we have offered from the Commonwealth of Learning. There we have experienced this type of providing the batches to them, and completing, after completing, they used to get this type of things. This is also we can incorporate in our learning management system. That's what I want to mention here. And can you able to see this screen? Here you can say these are the material they have to see. It's in Moodle platform, and then they have to do the learning art activity. So here, this is the compulsory one. What this is the information we used to give. LA is a learning activity. Design the learning environment for a course of your choice. What is their objective? Why we have developed, and what are the tools they have to do, and what is their role? How they have to do? What will be the output? This then how I will assess. the support where they have to, that block 1 shall be for the specific help. Then so the block material they have to read it. And this is the second activity. This is optional, whether they can do it or not. So this is another one. This is very important. See, use the graphical tool to draw any one of these, whether they can draw a concept map or in this one, and the all the sources are given in this material. They can go and download that one, and they can prepare and they can able to upload it. So these are the things we can do. And the lastly I want to show, this is the thing where you can incorporate the incorporate in the video, incorporate the like the check yourself in between the video. They can kick that, they can, the synchronous learning is, if they have gone through the clearly gone through the video up to this minute, then they can able to do this assessment in the video. Okay, then they can continue continue to the video. So these are the interactive. You can instead of watching entire video and come back to the assessment and all, in between video you can incorporate the test and all, and to to retain your learners in that particular video. Like that you can do some of the activity, interactive activities also available in, so that you can incorporate in your learning material, and learning material like a video, audio, and so on and so forth. So anything if you want to add on to this, you can ask me.
Maithili ma'am, we have two more questions in the question and answer. One, Dr. Vikas, he asked, how can we minimize digital stress by using technology?
So that's what I have answered to the all first three, that I have to answer to the last question, like what perspective should be adapted for the classroom teaching.
Yes.
See, classroom teaching, any you can use adapt if you are going for we have a classroom situation, everything is there. In the classroom situation, you can adapt the flipped classroom environment, flipped classroom technique. So that is, you give the content instead of teaching in your classroom, you give the content in the previous class or 1 week before. You can ask the student to read it in the textbook, as well as you can give the link, or as well as you can give the video link, and so on and so forth related to the topic. You ask the student to the study, and then they will come back to the class for the discussion, for peer group or collaborative activity, and so on and so forth. Or otherwise, in the classroom situation, after reading that particular material, you create a group, or collaboratively they can prepare some document or prepare some activity, and then they will come to the classroom and present it, so that there should be a debate, there should be a discussion on this. If they are having any misconception deviating from the other topic, then you, as a teacher, you can manage, you can rectify that everything, and rectify the misconception. You can appreciate them, you can you can get you can clarify, you can more enrich the topic by giving more information, more feedback to that type of activity. So this concept, you can use it in your classroom situation.
Maithili ma'am, I have one more question. In fact,
Yeah.
How to cope up with the expensive technology in education?
Cope up with
Expensive technology. Yeah, this is basically for the people who are coming under the category of they are into the bottom of the pyramid. So they might be facing the difficulty that nowadays the education is very expensive because of bringing the smartphones and other things. So how can we reduce this expensive cost, rather in terms of for for education purpose.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
student point of view, you are
Yeah,
asking.
correct. Yeah, correct.
So that has happened. We have a very experience in the COVID time, because some of the students
Correct.
they not able to read through this one and all. So
Mhm.
that then we need a alternative. Okay, we need a alternative like a print based. We have to be. That's why they are asking that fully online technology. It's not possible in country like India. So
Hmm.
you can go with the blended learning.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Hello. Mathili ma'am, I guess some glitches in the technology, right? Are you here? I guess she has left. I'll ask her to join.
there is a mistake from my side only. So, uh, that's why I was telling about these blended,
Alternatives.
yeah, blended learning type of things where you can involve in this. I mean, you can provide the text material. Who can able to do through the device, then they can do. Then they, if they are not able to do this type of work, they can afford from this. So that is only solution. Otherwise, we our government also trying to do one, because in NEP 2020 and other in UGC and all, they are recommending this type of online education. So they must have thought of like providing infrastructure to the student. Okay, or otherwise institution should provide the lab facilities or something like. For example, what we have done is in our a regional center, we used to provide the equipments for who are not able to, earlier days, who are not able to watch the video program, they can come to the regional center and then they can watch it. Like that, they can come to the institution, then they can do it from the institution. Say, because definitely, if you are incorporating the credit transfer, like 20 percentage of Swayam course, you can opt the Swayam course, and that credit you can transfer to the your course content. Then definitely the equipments and the infrastructure is required for the student. In this case, institution can provide at this point. Then later, maybe you have to design accordingly, like mobile through, and so on and so forth.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a thought-provoking session. And I hope all the participants they must have learned how to engage the student with the help of technology. And in this session, we you for discussed about the various pedagogical aspects like adaptive learning, authentic learning, learning environment, how to engage the students through Moodle, SWAYAM, Canvas, Go Skills, learning engagement stairgates, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope all the participants must have learned the various strategies of student engagement. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sparing your valuable time for us. Once again, thank you so much. With
Thank you
this,
so much, all of you, for that this 2 hour session, and thank you again. Thank you so much.
uh, I guess this is all for today, and from tomorrow we are having a session from 11 a.m. onwards. Tomorrow we have three sessions, And 11 to 12 we have Professor Dr. Avinash Pandey. He is the Director, Institute of Interdisciplinary Studies, University of Allahabad. He will be taking a session on motivated, energized and capable faculty for 1 hour. Then we have 12 to 1 hour session teaching through gamification and simulation, wherein Dr. Vinod Dumlekar sir, founder and CEO of Mantis, he is going to address the audience. Then we have 2 to 4 post-lunch session, holistic and multidisciplinary education, wherein Dr. Karunesh Saxena, Vice Chancellor of Sangam University, he is going to address the participant. So that's all for today. I hope you must have learned something for which we all have attended this workshop. Thank you so much. That's all for today. Now you all can leave. We are meeting again tomorrow at 11 a.m. sharp. Thank you so much.